now we have to look at whether ISIS will kill us or the radicalized politicians will kill us. And that's the problem here. This is a very frightening situation.
Ehsan Mirza is an ICU physician at Kent Hospital in Warwick, a local Muslim and Rhode Island resident. He says the recent terrorist attacks were carried out by extremists and do not reflect the beliefs of all Muslims.
I know of no person who is a Muslim who is endorsing the policies that are being produced by Daesh, the ISIS.
The Rhode Island GOP also disagreeing with Republican Trump, saying he's gone too far.
It's un-American, it's unconstitutional, and I certainly don't agree with it. I don't believe that the party as a whole in Rhode Island would agree with that stance.
A lively protest tonight in Providence as hundreds of folks showed up to voice their opposition to that proposed downtown Paul Sox Stadium. The protest was held on the spot where the new owners want to build their new park on a huge chunk of 195 land. Protesters we spoke with say they are completely against the idea of building the stadium in Providence and are not happy that taxpayer money could be used to get the deal done.
This is regurgitating good money after bad. This is something our state is just great on. They want to go to Victory Place? They want to pay for it? Perfect. That's a perfect spot for it. Not here. No how.
It's not going to generate new jobs for this state. It's a net zero gain in jobs. It's not going to generate new business for Providence. People will come to the stadium. They'll spend money in the stadium. They'll spend money on parking, and then they'll go home.
On Friday, Paul Sox owner Larry Lucchino said he remains focused on negotiating a deal to build the new stadium on the old 195 land. Earlier in the month, Speaker Mattiello said it's unlikely that a pitch for the stadium project will be considered by lawmakers until the next session kicks off early next year.
Lines winding through Roger Williams Park Sunday morning as thousands waited to hear from Democratic presidential candidate Bernie Sanders.
Bernie's the first truly progressive candidate to come along in my lifetime.
I just love Bernie. I'm really excited. I think he's a great candidate.
The massive crowds filing in towards the park's temple to music. And when Sanders finally took the stage, the crowd erupted.
When people stand together, united and not divided, there is nothing that we cannot accomplish.
It was great. I was raising my sign every 2 seconds.
It was better than seeing a Rolling Stones concert.
Sanders campaigning in Providence just days before the state's primary.
If we go forward in our personal lives or in our political life as a nation, we have got to deal with the real issues that we face and not just push them under the rug.
Well-known actress and Sanders supporter Shailene Woodley also making the trip to Rhode Island.
Martin Luther King Jr. was a profound organizer. Mandela was a profound organizer, and Bernie Sanders is a profound organizer.
Bernie Sanders says his campaign does best when voter turnout is high, so he's hoping this crowd of more than 7,000 people show up to the polls on Tuesday.
I would hope that on Tuesday, Rhode Island has the largest turnout for a Democratic primary in the history of the state.
He's so full of love and acceptance of everybody.
Bernie, on both sides of the aisle, is the only candidate out there that is actually trustworthy.
He's for everybody. You know, he accepts people, everybody. He's like a normal citizen.
Brandon Bell, chairman of the Rhode Island Republican Party, reluctantly getting behind Donald Trump after John Kasich, the last GOP candidate, dropped out of the race.
It's so hard. It's so hard. I'm warming up to him.
ABC6 asked Bell if he thought Trump's influence in Rhode Island would help Republican candidates running for General Assembly seats in November.
It's hard to say what impact that will have. You know, there is no more master lever here in Rhode Island. This is the first election where there's no master lever. So it's difficult to say the impact.
On Saturday, 17-year-old Callie Eden lost her courageous battle with cancer.
Finally, something positive going New Bedford's way. Play action.
Raposa tries to roll to his left, has
Good
the
run.
football. He's going to keep it.
He's going to run.
Runs down that sideline, midfield,
cut
45, 40, 35, 30. Raposa inside the 20.
Go.
He's at the 10, 5. It's a touchdown.
You got a big key block for Manioza. I'd like to get more Rays going, even Raposa going.
Raposa
Get some
runs
guys
with
running.
it,
There
has
you
it
go.
at midfield,
There
the
he goes.
45-40,
Hit the
Raposa
seam
the 30, 25-20, he's at the 10, to the goal line, it's a touchdown!
No flags.
Andrew Raposa.
Yeah, it's really unlikely, and they've been phenomenal this year. Just a great football team, very physical, and they're undefeated. So it'll be a tall task for us, and you know, we're looking forward to the rematch. Just a chance to get there is we're happy. Now we want to go win.
we just know to never give up. We know shots weren't falling in the first half. We know shots are going to fall. That's pretty much it.
Until that clock says 0, I don't feel like we're out of it. And with that mindset, they stay confident, they stay hungry, and they have big goals, and they really want to get to where they want to go. So proud of them, and once again, fortunate enough to come on top.